Okay, so here we are. It's Facebook Live and also YouTube later on. So I'm excited to see you guys. Let me just crank this up just a little bit. There you go. Okay, so I want to say good morning to you. I hope this works today. Yesterday we had a little bit of a, what's the right word? A little bit of a sad happening because Debbie had prepared a great class for everyone and then her Facebook Live went off. So I really appreciate Debbie coming back in and doing the class, recording it and posting it. But we're going to get that sorted out. Good morning, Rosa. First one on today. Thanks so much for being here and joining me. It's a beautiful Tuesday. Pat, you're here as well. And Jen, you're here. Thanks so much for being here. Jessica Jones is already logging in. She's becoming a little bit of what's the right word? She's a consistent one here now. Jessica, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say, hey, welcome. Ken, good morning, Ken. Thanks for being here again. And Rosa, good morning. Good morning, Kirk. Hi, Rosa. Good morning, Kirk. And good morning, everybody. I love that. We really are becoming a group, a family, a community, and it's great. Good morning, Jessica. I will figure out something to say as to everything that's going on. Angie, great to see you here. And Debbie as well. Thanks so much for being here. As I was saying earlier, it was really sad that Debbie didn't get to do her class yesterday. She started it off and then for some reason, and I know this feeling because I got shut down from Facebook for no reason whatsoever. If those of you that have been here for a while will remember. So it's you're doing it and suddenly Facebook comes up with its own algorithm and decides not to continue your videos. And then it took me, 8 weeks to get back and get going again. So we're gonna have a great class today. I'm really excited about the class. I'm gonna start with a little bit of water because I woke up a little dehydrated this morning. And we're gonna talk about that in a minute because hydration is critical. Good morning, Terme. Hope you're doing great. We can talk as well about hydration. It's really important. So I'm starting early today. But again, Debbie, thanks so much for doing the class yesterday. She did shoot the video of it and posted it on the Facebook, and we're hoping we'll have her back up live and going properly on Friday. And don't forget, tomorrow is Kathy as well. Kathy's amazing. She's, I love Kathy, incredible teacher, incredible lady. And she'll be on at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning as well. And I know we've got so much positive feedback from Kathy as well, from you guys about Kathy, I should say. Yeah, that's the whole thing, Pat. Debbie started, and I think within the first minute, for some reason, because I went on to do the class, watch the class, be part of it, and it said that I was restricted and I couldn't go and watch it, and that it was limited to a certain amount of people, and we haven't got that. I own the page, and I'm restricted, and I don't know. We didn't do anything different, and then what happened was she couldn't play. The video went down, so Debbie did go and record. She did it like a video and then posted it on the Facebook page. So if you take a look at that, you'll see, if you scroll through the actual page, that Debbie has her workout there. It'd be great to go back and do it again later. Jen, you're ready? That's great, you're ready. That means you want me to stop talking and you want me to get on with the workout. I like that one. Betsy's on as well. Welcome to the professor. Bob, nice to see you here as well. Thanks so much. So let me tell you a little bit about today's message. Hydration. So I'm going to tell you a little bit of a personal story here. I was working out with a friend the other day and I'd done some weights. I was, pumping, getting really, big and feeling really strong about myself. And then about 3/4 of the way through the workout, I went to stand up because I'd been laying down doing an exercise, and my hamstring cramped right when I was standing up, and my water went spraying everywhere. It was left, right, and I felt like such a fool. But I couldn't stop laughing because I was in so much pain. But I was trying. It was just one of those classic things, and it made me realize we've got to stay hydrated. When I look back on it, I hadn't drunk probably for a few hours, and it was really important for me to realize that for me to function at my best and be able to hit the targets that I was looking for, I had to keep hydrated. As much as I talk about it, I sometimes forget as well. And, the reality was I didn't accomplish everything that I wanted to accomplish in that workout because I had to stop and try and recover from the cramp. But it was actually a funny experience to then be able to turn around and go, make sure you hydrate through the day. You know, this was a workout in the afternoon or later in the day, and you think you're hydrated, you think you've drunk enough, but before you work out, and that's why I'm sipping right now as well, don't get to the point of your muscles beginning to cramp or your body losing fluid and not having the electrolytes in there as well. And make sure you hydrate. So for today's workout, it's going to be a very simple workout. We know Tuesdays is the basic workout, but I think it's really dynamic today. And I prepared this last night, got it all written out in front of me, to go so simple and so basic for those that are just starting off to be able to join in, but at the same time, to make sure that those that are working really have a nice challenge just on balance today. There'll be some strength work. Make sure you have a chair available for the end of the class. We're going to do the last exercise. We're building it up from getting out of a chair and walking. And then at the same time, we're not going to be using bands today, but make sure you have your water. And I think that's enough said. So if you're ready, good morning, Terry. Thanks for being here. And I think, Jen, I think you're ready. Let's get going. My last drink of water. Okay, so very simple exercises like I said today. And this won't be the longest of classes. Now, one thing to remember is next Tuesday, the first Tuesday every month, I'm doing the open invitation class, which is you bring your questions and your issues you want to work on, and I would do that. So don't forget, start preparing. Next Tuesday will be the open invitation class. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is just march nice and slow on the spot. And I want you to just take a quick look down and make sure your knee is going in line with your hips. So I don't have a knee that's turning out. If you do, think of just twisting that knee inside. There you go. So just nice, easy walking in here. Excellent. Now I want you to lift your right leg and hold. And lift your left leg and hold. And lift your right leg and hold. And lift your left leg and hold. And all we're doing here is we're getting the senses to really waken up, really become alive on your pressure points and feeling your stability. Now, as you do this, if you feel confident, whichever leg lifts up, I want you to take the other hand off. So we're just going to go here and just feel the motion of the hand lifting opposite hand, opposite leg. So right leg, left hand, left leg, right hand. And just feel how that balance is coming into play. Or if you're feeling a little off, push down on the pressure points and just come back to walking again. Just push down on those pressure points. Like I need a little bit more pressure on my big toe. I need to push back off of my little toe and let your body figure it out because you're good enough to. Okay, next one I want you to do. Come up and tap number 1 and lift your leg and balance. And tap number 1, lift your leg and balance. Tap number 1. Lift your leg and balance. Tap number 1. Lift your leg and balance. Tap number 1. Lift your leg and balance and bring it back down. Now, the reason we're doing this, and before we start the left leg and explain, we're strengthening up the feeling of the leg that's on the ground and controlling the pressure of the foot that's touching the board. So here we go. Left foot on 1, now lift it up. Now it's a soft down and up. So as we're moving the leg, we're able to control our balance and pressure by the leg on the ground, so we don't find, for example, I begin to step off of a curb, a sidewalk, and I go too fast because my weight went forward. We are going to work on that a little bit today, but I can keep my weight perfectly on the leg on the ground, last one, until I'm ready to actually put my weight on. Very good. Now let's go and tap 1, 2, up, hold, and down. So just watch one time if you want to. We're going to tap 1, tap 2, come back to 1, hold, and bring it down. Let's go right leg. Are you ready? Tap 1, tap 2, lift back to 1, bring it down. Left leg, tap 1, tap 2, bring the leg back to the middle, hold, bring it back down. And tap 1, tap 2, lift and hold, take it down. Tap 1, tap 2, lift 1, and bring it back down. And that's the beginning of the opening. What I want you to do now is just roll your ankle out. Now that we've got moving, let's make sure now the blood's flowing, the feeling's there, that we loosen up that ankle. And let's change legs. Oh, I can feel my left ankle cracking this morning. If I was back in England and said I got a cracking ankle, everyone would think I'm saying I got an amazing ankle. Good, just change, bring the knee in. Cracking in England can mean really good as well. There you go, good. And just change the left leg, rolling it in. Left foot stays on the ground. They are good. Just shake those legs out. Okay, here we go on the next one. I want you to step up on number 2 with your right foot. Lift the leg up and balance. Now step across, lift the leg up and balance. Now your right foot is going to go to the ground, lift your leg up and balance. Bring your left leg to the ground, lift up and balance. And step up and lift, hold. Step across, lift and hold. Now step back, lift and hold. That's the hardest one. And foot down, lift and hold. One more time with the right foot. Step across, lift and hold. Step across, lift, hold. Now step back. This is the hardest one. Feel the ground, lift and hold, and change leg, lift and hold. Now let's go to the left foot first, because then stepping back quickly on the left foot will be the challenge. So step, lift and hold. Now push, lift and hold. This is the tough one. Step back, lift and hold. Right foot, lift the left, hold. Now left foot goes to 2. 2, lift, hold. And as much as we think this is a balance exercise, step back, left foot, the hardest one, lift and hold. This is actually a strengthener as well, because think, just to balance, lift and hold, one more time to the left, you're really strengthening those muscles by having dynamic tension squeeze to be able to control. Step back, lift and hold, and right leg down, lift and hold. Good. What I want you to do now is step back slightly and up. It's just a small movement in here. If I look at it from the side, I'm literally just doing this. It's a small movement. And the reason I'm doing this is as I step back, I'm stretching a little bit the hip flexor, because doing all that lifting and holding tightens and strengthens the hip flexor, but at the same time, because it's tightening up, it can shorten it. So we just want to go into here, just small little step back to make sure that we're loosening up that hip flexor. Good, and just come back to the center, shake those legs out. Next exercise we're going to do, and we're doing great. After this one, we're going to get a drink of water. Step up on 1 and 1. And all I want you to do is a small little walk. Just join in with me. Where are we going today? I think we're going to go, let's go to the beach. We're going to go to Bournemouth Beach, my home beach back in England, where I spent many a summer putting on baby oil and imitating a lobster. Many years I did that. Running up and down that beach in the water with my soccer cleats on so that I could train to go to be a professional soccer player in the mornings when it's dark. And one time I was running through the ocean. I'd run up to about just beneath my knee level so that it would force me to lift my legs to get stronger, and someone had dug a hole and I couldn't see it, and I truly disappeared under that water. It was a scary moment, but funny looking back. Okay, what I want you to do here now, we're going to go on 2, push 1, 1, push 1, 2, push 1, 1, push 1. So we're just going through this exercise here. Now the reason I'm doing this is we're building the strength to push, but at the same time, thanks Rosa, yeah, thanks for laughing at my story. I can still taste that seawater. Okay, the reason we're doing this though is the ability to step to the side on a different level. So think about, I'm stepping slightly sideways off of a sidewalk. I'm stepping sideways off of a slight slope. So the angle is changing, but I've got the strength to be able to be in control of my body. Okay, stay on 1. Now we're going to change and go to the left side. So left goes to number 2, left goes to number 1. Left goes to number 2, and I'm lifting my legs each time. My left leg is lifting more than my right, but it's still coming off of the board, and feeling the change in strength and pressure as we're going through here. Fantastic. Keep it going. Got a couple more to go. Then we're going to get stronger. Last one, and then come back to walk on one-on-one. Here we go. We're walking one-on-one. Good. Now we do the same thing again, but now we're going to step to 3. So lift your right leg, step to 3, lift your right leg, come to 1. So all we're doing again is getting used to that strength of a slightly wider step. Now as you step to 3, lift the right leg slightly and bring it back. So both legs are lifting and stepping. Last one, now come back to one-on-one. Just nice, easy walking. And again, don't think of this as a simple exercise that has no benefit because you're more advanced. That's like saying going out and walking on a straight track has no benefit. This is really benefiting you. So lift the left leg, go to 3, go to 1, go to 3, go to 1, go to 3, go to 1, go to 3, go to 1. There you go. Keep it going. 3 and 1 and 3 and 1. Last one coming up now. Are you ready? Now stay on one-on-one. All I want you to do now is keep your feet together and just rock the hip before we step off of the board and get the warm-up. Get the warm-up. This is the warm. No, this isn't the warm-up. Before we get the water. See, I must be getting dehydrated because I'm not thinking straight. Have you ever tried drinking a warm-up? Okay, let's get back to serious. I'm always serious, you know that. Okay, so just in here. Now what I want you to do, push on the left, step back off on the right, and grab a quick drink of water. So again, such simple exercises. And don't confuse these with easy. Look at how simple they are because this is everyday life movements that we take for granted until we can no longer do them. So make sure we continue to practice. Okay, there's my water. Next one we're going to do. I want you to step up on 2 and 2 and just rock side to side. Do a little bit of a leg strengthener here, but we're going to start with the... Did I just crack my voice? Start. We're just going to start with the knees. A lot of people have said that doing the 60-up balance board has been a challenge for them because they've already got bad knees and they want to strengthen them. So one of the things that I do work in here is small movements. So what I want you to do is push on the right leg, such a small bend, and now stand up straight on the right leg and squeeze the leg. Now bend your knees, small left, start up straight on the left, and then rock. Bend, straight, bend, straight, bend, straight. And as you're going straight, squeeze the muscles in the leg. I do feel that my opposite leg is slightly going up on the toe. The heel is not staying on the ground. So my right heel has come off slightly. My left heel has come off slightly. But what I'm doing is I'm squeezing the muscles right around the knee as I go straight. Think of squeezing tight. And it's such a small bend. If you feel any pain, bend a little less. And what we're working on here as well is also mobility, getting that joint beginning to work. Okay, good. Come and find your balance in the middle. Now what I want you to do is the same thing again. Small little knee bend. Now come and stand up and squeeze your butt muscles and squeeze your leg muscles. And you'll feel as the board wobbles how the muscles are constantly changing in their contraction as they're trying to control that balance. Now come back to the middle, bend the knees, go into a small little knee bend, hold it there for a second. Now come back up and squeeze those knees as tight as you can. Squeeze your glute muscle, squeeze that butt as tight as you can and relax. Go into a small little knee bend. Now come back up, squeeze your butt muscle first, then squeeze your thigh muscles. Even if you're rocking or going to the side, keep those leg muscles nice and tight and squeezing your butt muscles nice and tight. I had the most amazing ballet teacher. Good, bend and just rock again. I had the most amazing ballet teacher, same thing, right? Called Richard Glaston. He was the head of the Royal Ballet back in England. Good, what I want you to do is step off of the board, and I'll continue the story. Put your feet in 2 and 2 on the ground. We're gonna do the same thing now without the balance. So small little knee bend, stand up, squeeze the muscles. Start with your glute muscles and go to your the muscles around the knee, and small little bend. Now Richard had an assistant teaching with him. Her name was Joanne Turnbull, and Joanne was a prima ballerina in England with the Royal Ballet, and she used to make me like want to throw up in class because she was so good, and it made me look how bad I was. But she always used to say, when you squeeze your glute muscles, when you squeeze your butt, imagine someone has $100 bill. Over in England, she'd say a £50 note, and they're trying to pull it out, and you're holding on with those glutes, trying to stop them pull the money out. So bend, come and grab that $100 bill, squeeze as tight as you can. Now let the squeeze go all the way down to the knees, and come and drop and squeeze all the leg muscles, the glute muscles. Now squeeze your abs. And last time, start with the butt, squeeze the abs, squeeze the legs, and hold there. Good, and relax, shake those legs out. Now, come and step up on one-on-one. We're gonna do the whole thing again because we wanna strengthen the legs. And again, your feet are almost touching. So here, find your balance. Go into a very small knee bend. Now stand up, squeeze your butt muscles, and then squeeze your leg muscles and squeeze those ab muscles. There you go, good. Even if you're wobbling, keep that squeeze. And relax the knees, small little bend. Now come up, squeeze your butt, squeeze those leg muscles, squeeze those ab muscles through here. There you go, good. And relax the knees, relax all the muscles. Last one, small knee bend. Come squeeze your butt muscles and glutes. Squeeze the thighs as tight as you can. Think of pushing, pulling those knees, straighten those knees as much as you can. Squeeze the abs, and relax. Push down with the left foot. Come back now, we're gonna do the same thing last time on the floor. We'll do a little bit less than that because your muscles are getting tired, but this is again building the strength to get up out of a chair or get up and down stairs. So feet are almost together. Go into a small knee bend. Make sure as you go into a small knee bend, your butt goes backwards. So I'm here. Now come up, squeeze your butt, squeeze the thighs, squeeze your abs, and release. And breathe in. And when you stand, now blow out. Squeeze everything. And small little bend. And breathe in. Can you go a little deeper without knee pain? If there's knee pain, don't go this deep. Go a little deeper and squeeze. Let's go two more. A little deeper and squeeze your butt muscles, squeeze your thigh muscles, squeeze your abs. And last one. Down here, stand up, blow, and squeeze. There you go. Good. What do we do? Shake your legs out. Let's do a couple of butt kickers, because we just did a lot of squeezing and dynamic tension of the muscles. And again, that dynamic tension of the muscles will allow the muscle to react quickly. If you begin to feel like you're falling off balance, the muscles will integrate because they're used to contracting and then letting go. So if I step, the muscle begins to contract and get stronger straight away. Okay, very good. What I want you to do, put your feet about 2 and 2 apart. Take your right hand, hold on with the left, and go down to the side and back up. All we're doing here is what I want you to strengthen your muscles. So squeeze those muscles in your core, and then a very slight run that hand down the outside of your leg. If you've got vertigo, keep your head centered and just do a small little movement, but squeeze in here. Change hands. So we're in here, you're squeezing really this part of your muscle, contracting it by squeezing to come down. Squeeze and back up, and squeeze and back up. We're working on that core strength, working on the ability to have your muscles tighten up, and we're stretching the opposite side at the same time. Every time you contract, you want to blow out. Good. Now, if you feel confident, put both hands on the side and just a little rock side to side. If you have a little vertigo, just keep it small and keep that head centered. Don't let the ear drop. You'll notice if I do this one here, my shoulders are going, but my head stays exactly the same height. If you don't, you can lean over I mean, if you don't have vertigo, you can lean over just a little bit more. And now for the extra stretch, bring this arm up, bring this arm up. We're going in here. Good, and come back to the center. Shake your legs out. Grab another drink of water. Like I said, it's been weird weather out here. It's been warm, but the wind's been blowing crazy. We know there's storms in other areas, and that air can really dry you out. So you need more water or more hydration as the wind begins to blow more. Okay, next exercise we're going to do. Step up on 2 and 2. Now, this is a training exercise to help with the pressure of change in direction. Or, Henry, if you're there, good morning. And Charles as well. This is for your foot naturally turning out, and we want to bring it back in again. So, what I want you to do is turn your foot to the 45 degree, turn your foot to 90 degrees, turn your foot to 45 degrees. My left foot doesn't move, come back to the front. And now, I want you to turn the foot slightly in. So you'll notice that as I do this, I'm going 45 degrees inside. So this is all we're going to do is forward, 45 degrees. I lift my foot very slightly, 90 degrees, 45 degrees, front, and now turn it in. If you notice, my left foot is staying the same. It doesn't really move. It's not even coming off the board yet. So 90 degrees, 45 degrees, front, and in. And we're going to go one more time through. Forward, 45 degree out, 90 degree out, 45 degree out, straight, and bring it back inside. Feel that push down. Let's change legs. So forward on the left, 45 degree on the left, 90 degree on the left, 45 degree, forward. Now, one of the things I want you to think of while we're doing this, forward, is how the brain is figuring out where to turn the foot and where to face, and then how to put the pressure. So I go forward, I go 45 degree, I go 90 degree, I go 45 degree, I go forward, and I go in. We got one more to go. So again, by the brain being active and knowing where to go and where to push, we're really in a great position for when we get up and walk, or when we're out walking, that we can place that foot and stay here. We can place that foot exactly where we want it to go without even looking. The brain is figuring out, this is how much I turn my foot. And you're going to feel the pressure. So we do this one more time, 4 times each side. That's 4, because I got 4 fingers up. Don't count the thumb. 4 times. And we're going to actually put the pressure on it. So now we learn to change the foot angle, feel where the foot's going, and then put the pressure on it and feel our pressure point. So we're going to go right, lift the left. Now turn the right 45, lift the left. Turn the right 90, lift the left. Turn the right 45 in, lift the left, forward, and now turn in and lift that leg. Here we go, number 2. So what we're doing now is, because we're lifting the leg, we're actually putting all our weight onto the foot that's changed direction, changed the angle. And again, it's great exercise for strengthening and loosening up the hip. Because as we're turning the foot, our body's still staying forward, and so we're opening up the hip and keeping ourselves strong with the hip opening up. Here we go. Let's just go one more on the right. We're going to go 3 and 3. Here, and really push, and push, and push, and turn it in. Now we're going to go to the left. Are you ready? Lift the right. Left comes straight. Now left goes 45 degrees. Now left goes to the side, so I've got to lift my right foot higher. Here. So I'm really putting the weight on the foot, turn it in, and lift. Here we go. Number 2. We've got 2 to go. 45. Lift that right leg. 90. 45. 90. Now turn it in 45 degrees. And last time through. Forward. Left foot. 45. Left foot. 90. Left foot 45. Left foot forward. Left foot in. And bring it back to the center. Good. And just roll it out. Or I say just rock it out. and stuff. Very good. Nice. So again, what we're working on here is the basics. Now, for those of you who've been doing this a long time, this will feel very simple and very comfortable. And I'm not actually getting a sweat right now. I can feel a little bit of body heat, but I'm not sweating. But again, this is critical to balance and movement and walking and confidence, that you're training your brain and your body to work as one and feel the pressure points. So don't underestimate this exercise, even though it feels simple. And for some of you, this won't feel simple, and that emphasizes how important it is, because it is part of everyday life. Okay, next exercise we've got. I want you to step your your right foot on number 2, your left foot. Let me start again. Left foot. We're stepping back. Okay, take your right foot and put it on number 3. Take your left foot and put it on number 2. Now what I want you to do is step off of the board with your right foot, come back up, and now take your right foot to number 2, take left foot to number 2, right foot to number 1, I've got to start this again, and then step off of the board. So bring your left foot to number 2, take your right foot to number 2, push, left foot to number 1, and step off of the board, and feel how you're stepping down. So what we've got 2, 1, off, 2, 2, 1, off, and you come back onto 2. Now we go 2, 1, off, come back, 2, 1, off, and come back, 2, 1. Now I want you to feel this. I put my weight on the outside, but then I shift my weight back onto the inside foot and then lift my foot. So my weight from here goes from my inside foot to my outside foot. I come back up, inside foot, outside foot. So now we've got outside foot, inside, outside, inside. So what we're really doing is working on weight transference to go sideways, whether it's going through a small little angle. I remember one lady talks about going through the pews at her church, and sadly, obviously with everything being shut down, there's been much more in-home service, literally in-home services right now. But we're going to be getting back, hopefully, to going back to our congregations again at some point. Good, last one each side, little step, and come across, last one, little step, and bring your feet back to 2 and 2, and just walk. Okay, so that brings us into the next exercise we're going to be doing, which is stepping up and down off of a sidewalk or off of stairs. So before we do that, step back, get your drink of water, and no, Thursday's warm-up workout, you know Thursdays are tough. So again, as much as I think these are basics, there'll be plenty of people out there that will be struggling with these, and congratulations to you for struggling with them, because it means you're taking the challenge to get better. If everything we did was easy in life, it would mean nothing. So the fact that you're taking the challenge and overcoming some of the restrictions that have been placed on us physically and very often mentally as well, you're going to overcome this. Okay, I'm going to turn the board slightly towards you. What I want you to do is step up. My left hand is on the pole. I'm facing the right side of the board. And if you want to turn your board and face with me, you can. What I want you to do is just take your left foot, step forward on the edge of the board, and step back again. And step forward, and you'll see these are small movements. Now, if you step back too far, you'll notice the board will begin to rock. That's okay, because we're going to rock in a minute. So I'm going to stay just slightly smaller steps, just so we're working and feeling. You can feel that angle as if you're leaning slightly forward. So feel the strength in your toes, and it's a real small movement. Now what I want you to do is move your heels slightly further back so the board rocks backwards. Now step forward and step back on the leg and lift that left leg. So I'm here, I lift that left leg. I push, I lift that left leg. I push forward, I lift the left leg. Good, now what we're going to do is from here, push on the left leg. Now feel solid on that left leg, lift your right foot and just step off of the board and step back on again. I'm going to move my board back now so you can see the actual step. I'm going to turn it at a slight angle here so you can see what we're doing. So, left foot goes forward, right foot, I want you to tap the toe and bring it back. Just tap the toe, and to do that, you have to bend your left leg. So there's a little bit of strength, and you'll feel the weight on your left foot is really on your toes. Those toes are getting stronger. So last one, tap and come back. Now what I want you to do is step forward with your right foot and tap with your left and come back. Tap with your left and come back. And again, put the weight on the toes of your right foot as you bend your knee, and you're just feeling that toe touch the ground. Last one, toe touch the ground and come back. Good. Now bring your feet together in the center, and we're going to do a whole little step in here now. What I want you to do is I want you to step your right foot to the edge, take your left foot, touch the toe, and then let the heel touch. Now push back with your right foot and bring it back again and rock backwards. Let me go through that again. You're leaning slightly backwards on the pressure on your left heel. Step forward, let your toe touch, let your heel touch. My weight now has gone forward. Now I'm going to push back on the toe of my left foot and let my body weight go back on my right foot, and I push again. So we're literally here, toe, heel, push back, step. Push forward, you'll feel that you're going forward like you're going down the stairs or down a sidewalk. But as you tap your toe, look how your body weight goes from here, because I'm feeling and then I'm transitioning. So I'm letting my toe feel where the ground is. Watch one more time. We go step, I feel the ground, I step on my foot, and now I push back again. And last time we're here, touch, down, push back. Okay, we're going to do it with the other foot now. So I want you to step forward with your left foot, right foot, touch the ground, feel the transition, push back, and rock back. And step, it's like I'm going forward, but I begin to transition my weight back as I feel the ground. Then once I know where the ground is, I can step, then I'll push and come back. And again, push, feel, step, push back, and again, step. I'm going forward, I lean back as I feel, or I don't even lean back, I go centered really. I then step, I push back and go, and one more time. So my body's going down the stairs or over the sidewalk. I begin to put my weight on my left leg, I feel the ground, I step, and now I push back up again. Good, bring both feet together in the middle and just slowly rock those toes forward and backwards. So my board is rocking, nice and easy. I put pressure on my toes, on my heels, but my body stays upright. I'm not leaning my body forward and backwards. I'm bending my knees and I'm pushing. Toe and heel, and toe and heel, and toe and heel. There you go, good. What I want you to do now is just step sideways off of the board. We're going to come back. I'm going to turn my board forward again. And again, such simple exercises today, but I really want you to get this emphasis on excellence. Okay, step up on one and one. All I want you to do now is we're going to go 1 minute and we're going to go fast. Your feet are not coming off of the board. This is to help again with neuropathy. We're looking at flexibility of toes. All I want you to do is take your heels off. So if I was doing this here, I'm just doing this. And what we're doing is we're working on the suppleness of the toes in the board and putting pressure on them. Because to rock, I've got to put all my weight onto the side that's flat and the other side lifts up, 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 up. There you go, good. Now as we're doing this one, I want to share a celebration story with you. About 4 weeks ago, I came across a gentleman who had been hit by a car. He was 60 years old. His name is Joseph. And a car had hit him from behind when he was walking in the bike lane. And I got to sit with him and for a short time until the ambulance and police arrived. Sadly, he was unconscious at the time and he was in a really, really bad shape. So I left the scene once the police got there. Keep rocking those feet. Because I didn't see the accident. I told them I could say where his injuries were, but they would discover that very quickly. I just let them know. But I was able to reach out to his family yesterday and talked to Paz and to Jacob, and just want to send my love to him, wish him the best. I found out on Sunday, it's been about 4 or 5 weeks, he came out of his coma, he opened his eyes. So he's not back to where we want him to be, and it was the only time I've ever met that man. But I want to send him all our energy and best. His sister was, in tears on the phone yesterday. It's the first time I've been able to speak to anybody in the family, and said he opened his eyes out of his coma on Sunday. So, Joseph, we're wishing you all the best. Okay, what I want you to do now is just step back off of the board. There was a lot of toe action in there. And again, if I'm talking and you're listening to my story, you're also having that working subliminally because your mind is focused on what I'm doing and your brain is focused on action. Okay, push the board to the right, take the ball of your foot and just ball of the foot, heels on the ground, then stretch out those calves, because when we're doing those little exercises and pushing up and down, those calves are really working. So we want to make sure you keep the flexibility in there. There you go. Ball of the foot is on the edge of the board. Heel is on the ground. My weight is on my front foot, and just feel that calf stretch. Good. I want to change sides again. This time doing this one, put the weight, but bend the knee slightly until the heel comes just off the ground. Just off the ground, but keep the weight the same. You'll feel it's more of a stretch towards the Achilles. Change feet. Ball of the foot. There you go. I'm just bending my knee slightly till my heel comes off the ground. You'll feel the Achilles having a really nice stretch. So important to keep that flexibility. All right, shake those legs out. Get a quick drink of water. I'm gonna come in and say hi. Good morning. I'm looking at messages. Vicky, where's your blue shoes? I can't get a break if I make a change, right? My blue shoes are actually in the closet, and I grabbed these today and put them on and didn't realize that I didn't have the blue shoe on. So normally red is the right foot and blue is the left foot. So I'm going to give you an extra challenge today, figuring out which one's which. Okay, next exercise I want you to do. We've only got 2 left to go. Take your right foot back, bend your knees, and come back up and bring your foot together. Left foot goes back, bend your knees only as far as feels comfortable. Well, let me rephrase that. Not comfortable, what feels not painful. So if you've got pain in your knees, don't go as far. What I want you to do here is keep your weight on your front leg, feel your back leg, and the lower you go, the more you feel your back leg, and then push forward onto your front leg. So the deeper you go, the more your weight goes onto your back leg, then push it onto the front. So we're just going here, down, up. Oh, I got to show you something. I can feel it. If you look behind me, we have the new 60 up bag that I'm created that's being made now. So you can put your board, poles, and everything in a transportation bag, or a nice bag that you can store it nicely away, complete together. Everything fits in the bag. Or it's got shoulder straps and carry straps. If you're going traveling, going in the car to a hotel or away for a while, you can take the board with you. So that should be available pretty soon. Good. Shake your legs out. Okay, now, for those more adventurous, we're going to take that knee to the ground. For those of you that don't feel comfortable yet, what I want you to do is just go to here, lift the leg, bring it down. Go to here, lift your knee, bring it down. It's a small movement. For those adventurous, here we go. Put the leg back, come down till the back knee touches the ground, stand back up, come in here. Go back, bring the knee to the ground. Use your hands, pull on those poles to pull you back up again. We're only going to do 6 of these. We've done 2. Go down, touch. Now again, we're pushing on both legs and pulling with your hands at the same time. 2 to go. Here, down, push, and left leg. Back, down, push. Good. So, not easy. For those of you that want to continue on to the next level with me, we're now going to take both knees to the ground and come back up again. For those of you that don't want to do that, What I want you to do now is do a small little back here, small little to the side, small back, small to the side. So do that one. As we go back. As we put the second knee on the ground, go back. To the side. As we bring our foot back up, go back. And as we stand up, go to the side. Are you ready? Here we go. Go back, bend both knees. Bring the other knee to the ground. Bring the same knee up. Now push up and come back to the center. Let's go the other leg. Left leg goes back. We go down onto the back knee. Hold onto those poles. Bring that foot down. Bring the hip and foot back up. Push on both legs and stand back up again. And right side, last time through. Back. Go down on your knee. Second knee comes to the ground. Bring the knee back forward and push up, pulling on those hands. And last one. I would love to see videos of you guys, you ladies and gentlemen, doing this exercise, because I'm doing this, and the hard thing is I can't see what you're doing. I would love to see what you're doing so I can help you, but this is a critical exercise in safety of knowing that if you are on the ground or you're playing or you're doing gardening, planting flowers, that you're building the strength to get back up. And we're going to continue. I keep saying I'm going to continue this, but I want to make sure everybody's in a good position that they can go down and get up so I can advance this to the next level. Quick drink of water. That's my last thing. Now, grab your chair, and I want you to, if you've got a chair, if you don't have a chair, you can just do small little knee bends as if you're standing out of a chair. So, I put my chair, make sure the chair's in a safe place. Got to move the board forward just a little bit more to create the space. Now, what I want you to do is just put your hands on your knees and rock forward and back. And rock forward. As you rock forward, I want you to feel your hands pushing your toes into the ground. Toes into the ground and toes into the ground. Good. Now, come and hold on to the board. Again, don't do anything yet. If you don't have a chair, just do this motion for me, okay? So we're here. Scoot your butt to the edge of the chair. Now rock onto your toes and pull with your heels. Now stick your butt out and come and sit back down again. And rock onto your toes. Use those poles to pull you up. And to do that, don't pull back, push down with your hands. The reason we're going to be doing that, we're going to work on pushing down with our hands. So from here, push down with your hands. So rock onto your toes, push down with your hands and push yourself up. And we go again. Last time. Rock forward, push yourself up, come and sit back down. Good. Now, we do the same thing again, but I want you to try and push now down with your arms as you rock. So I'm here, I push down with my arms, and then I grab the poles. Let's go. Now, stick your butt out, sit down, hands on the thighs. Now, I'm going to show you how to sit down with the same method. So, rock forward. As you go onto your toes, push with your arms. Push with your arms. Hold on. Now, as you push your butt back, put your hands on your knees and use that to support your weight as you sit back down. So we rock, we push, you push your butt back, hands on your knees, and sit back down, control, because you're controlling your upper body with the strength of your arms. 2 more times. Rock, stand, butt goes back as if you're sitting down, put your hands on your knees and sit. And last one. We step, we're up, we go back and sit down. Now we're going to advance this because I want you walking, getting out of a chair and walking in here. So we're going to push, step up, hold onto the pole, step on the board. We're then going to take 1 foot 90 degrees and step. Then we're going to step back down off of the board onto the chair and step the other side 90 degrees. So watch one time. I'm going to rock up, or if you want to use the poles, you can pull up. We're going to step 1 and 1. I'm going to turn my foot. I'm going to come back, and I'm going to carefully step back off of the board and then come and sit back down again. Are you ready? Here we go. Rock, push up, step up on 1 and 1. Now turn your right foot, push back. Now carefully step back. We're going to come and sit back down again. Now left foot. So step up, take your left foot up first. Rock, rock, take your left foot, turn to the side as if we were changing direction. Now carefully bring your foot back again. Come and sit down. We've only got a couple more times to go. Right foot. So step up, whichever way you want to go. Step up, 1 and 1. Turn. Come back to the center. Step back carefully. Sit back down. And we go again. Left foot. So we push up. Left foot, 1 and 1. Turn the left foot as if we're going to head out the door this way. We step back and step down. And last one each side. Only 2 more times. We're now going to turn both feet to the side. So you go right foot, left foot. You're going to step up, up, turn, turn, come back, step down. Are you ready? Use the poles if you need, or your hands. Last one. Here we go. Step up, 1 and 1. Turn sideways. Now we'll turn our feet back to the front and come and sit down. And last exercise. Are you ready? Here we go. You rock. Yeah, you do. You rock. You step up. I turn both feet to the side as I'm turning. I come back to the middle. I step back and I'm going to come and sit down. And great job. That's the end of the class for today, building into everyday life. Now we're going to start our cool down from here, which is why the chair's here. If you don't have a chair, it's okay. You can do all this standing up. What I want you to do is just roll your knees slightly to the side. You're just saying the foot stays on the ground. If you're standing up, just roll the knee to the side. Good. And change leg. Just rolling to the side. Good. What I want you to do now is just take your hands, move your hands to the side and back down again, and shaking them out and back down again. Now take your right arm, just bring it across. It's always good to have a stretch. Even if you haven't specifically worked a muscle, it's good to loosen up, because you don't just want to stretch when you've tightened a muscle, because all you're doing is resisting against the tightness. If you're nice and relaxed, it's good to stretch, because you can get more of a stretch and create flexibility because the muscles are already relaxed. Good. Sit up nice and tall, shoulders back, and just roll those shoulders out. There you go. Good. And roll the shoulders forward. Good. What I want you to do is just twist across and twist. So we're twisting from the waist. If you're standing up, you can just do this if you want to hold on to the poles. Just twisting, stand up. We're going to stand up again in a minute. So just a little twist across here. Good, and come back to the center. Now let's come and stand up. All I want you to do is just rock the hip side to side in here. So we loosen up the hips. We've done a lot of squatting today, a lot of knee bends, a lot of knee lifts, and we've worked on rotating that hip out. So I want you to just, push the hip to the side, push the hip to the side. Good, and just shake those legs out. Now, if you have a chair, turn around and move the chair away. We've got a couple little exercises to do. What I want you to do is just butt kickers. So we're just going to work, again, on lifting those heels up. And as we're doing this, we're stretching the front of the quad. There you go. Good. Nice and easy. Good. Now shake the legs out. Just move it to the side. Notice your balance as you move to the side. As you're shaking the leg, notice how your balance feels so solid and strong, because we've trained it down. We're working on it. Very good. And the last exercise we're going to do, move your feet back slightly, or the last cool down, and just bend forward. Try and keep your back flat if you can in here, so we keep the stretch down the hamstrings. Now, if I lean back too much, I feel it in my knees. So keep your weight forward over your toes. Your heels are on the ground, but feel the weight on your toes, and then just that little bend forward. Now, for those of you that are a little adventurous, hold on with one pole, see if you can touch the board. Come back up, see if you can touch the board. Keep those legs straight. And you'll feel how you can feel that stretch in the legs. Good, and come and stand back up again. Oh, very good. So, that's the end of our workout today. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, Look at that for timing. I didn't even know that was timing. I try and keep the time under an hour. I get carried away because I love teaching. I love spending time with you. So I sometimes get carried away on what we're doing. Anyway, hope you enjoyed today's class. Very simple, but so specific. And these are exercises that you can do during the day. Pick an exercise, go and repeat it. It's everyday repetition movement where we're building in the strength. And the more you do it, and I'm not talking about overtraining, but if you can do it for 30 seconds of the day, and you can do it for a minute tomorrow, and then you take a day off, and then you come back and, hey, I can do this for a minute and a half, you're building the stamina to be able to get outside and live life. And stamina is critical for not just going outside, but being able to play, being able to spend more time, going on that adventure. You know what it's like to say, I want to walk to the top of that hill and see the sunset when it goes down. You have to have more energy than's needed to walk to that top of that hill, because obviously you're going to get more tired as you go up. You still got to come down again. So anyway, thanks so much for being here today. Really enjoyed the class. So simple and yet so specific. Thursday's class is going to be a lot tougher. We're going to be raising the level. We'll be doing the 3 10-minute segments where we have the warm-up, we'll have the intermediate, and then we'll have the advanced workout. Really important that you come prepared. Bring your water. We're going to be doing more band work this week on Thursday's class as well. So a lot more high energy, a lot more movement. Again, show up, even if it's a little too advanced at times. Go at your own speed and own safety. But really looking forward to seeing you there. Don't forget, Kathy's class tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. She's incredible, as you know. And then Debbie should be back again on Friday for her second class. Or her first class, or let's just go first class. It's always good to go first class. All right, have a beautiful weekend. Thanks so much. If I just quickly go back through here, and just Maggie, nice to see you. Thanks for showing up. Craig, good to see you here this morning as well. Ralph, thanks so much for being here. Barbara, and you too. Vicky, I already dressed my blue shoes. I will make sure I wear them on Thursday. I don't want to disappoint you. Ginny, great to see you. I love your last name. It's beautiful. Denise, great to see you here. Barb, thanks so much. Alan, awesome to see you here as well. Thanks so much again. Pat, good to see you here. Pat as well. Pat, you're most welcome. Kirk, Jen, thanks so much. And again, keep telling me to get going so I'm not talking too much. And Carol, thanks so much again as well. Love to you. And Jessica, you have a great day along with everybody else. See you soon. Bye-bye.